Hello, friends from the comic and manga world. My name is Hector,
And my name is G.
and we're here to talk to you about our picks for the upcoming FOC for February 2nd, 2026. G and I work for Penguin Random House. We manage sales into the direct market around the world. So the books that we talk about in these videos are from the publishers that we represent into those markets. Also, note we're on social media. You can visit us at on Instagram, X, Facebook, and of course, YouTube. We'll leave links in the description below. So let's get started. I think it's you first, G.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my pick, this is Chara. This is what you're seeing with the pom-poms. It's the 20th anniversary edition. So I'll talk about that one for a little bit. So essentially, this is a refreshed edition of a very classic magical girl manga. So it will feature new covers, updated translations, of course. And of course, what you're seeing here, it collects the stories from Shugashara 1 and 2 manga, the two volumes in one. And this will also include like a color art gallery in this as well. If you aren't familiar with this story at all, we have the main character Amu Hinamori, who is known among her fellow elementary school students as the cool girl with a spicy personality, but in actuality, she's very shy. She wishes that she can be brave enough to embrace her feminine, cutesy side, and her wish is essentially granted in the form of three character eggs that she reveals, and those eggs hatch into guardian characters, which are these mysterious entities that not only encourage her to achieve her potential, but gives her power, granting her special abilities. So together with her at school and her student council, she must use her newfound powers to stop evil forces feeding onto the darkness in people's hearts. So we have that 20th anniversary edition, and of course, we from Peach Pit, there's also the Shugashara Jewel Joker Volume 1 that you see on this screen here. So this is the sequel manga. So this is when she transfers the main character to Arcana Academy on a special assignment. Her role as the Joker Guardian is to intervene in a crisis that is causing students to lose hope and confidence in themselves. So she has another important secret mission, and it's also to solve the mystery of the all-powerful Arcana jewels. So again, this is like the classic magical girl, also kind of slice of life, the day in the life of like a young girl as well. So hugely popular. Do recommend picking this up for this FOC.
Yes. Next up is my first pick, which is Moonstar #1. This is the Marcos Martin variant. And this book is written by Ashley Allen and illustrated by Eduardo Audino from Italy. And this cover, like I said, is from Marcos Martin, Spanish, sorry, illustrator. Does amazing work. If you haven't seen Marcos Martin work, you should check it out. I'm going to talk a little bit about the plot. This is obviously a solo book for Moonstar, for Danny Moonstar. And in this book, there's an ancient soul sucking weapon that is set loose, and it's up to Danny to track it down. But obviously, things are not going to go well. And the wielder of this weapon is not going to make it easier for Danny. The cover, there was some other amazing covers for the same book you should check out. But I specifically picked this one. I don't know, it just really drew me in. The colors, the way the illustrated so beautifully. And it's very beautiful and clean. Um, and Danny Moonstar, to me, it's one of those characters that hasn't. it's not one of the top tier. Everybody knows this character, but I think Danny Moonstar has been. I mean, Danny Moonstar has been around for a long time. I forget since when, but it's been along for a long time as an X-Men and I think crossover with the Avengers and all that. But recently, I think it's been getting more and more stories where Danny Moonstar has been featured and has been also sort of the main character of the stories and the arcs, which I really enjoyed. And like I said, I saw this cover and it just drew me in the art, but also the fact that it's Moonstar and I am more curious about reading more and more about Moonstar. And I love that we're getting a sort of solo book. So Moonstar Shadows of Tomorrow, I should say, it's sort of like the subtitle for this first issue. And check it out when it comes out. And it's on its FOC.
All right, so my pick is Alias Red Band issue 1. This cover is done by Lee Ji-young, who you'll see the trade dress variant, but also the Virgin variant that is polybagged. The Virgin, both of them are polybagged, I should say. The Virgin variant is a 1 in 100. And we have the return of Jessica Jones. So essentially, a series of murders in Hell's Kitchen has pulled her back into this mystery. And as the wife of Mayor Luke Cage, she'll have to tread very carefully as she forms dangerous alliances with Typhoid Mary to track down the killer. So with this mystery in this all new Red Band mini series. This is written by Sam Humphries, drawn by Geraldo Borgs. And just so you know, this celebrates the 25th anniversary of the 25th anniversary, which is fantastic. And of course,
Of Alias.
um,
Hmm.
of Alias, yeah.
Hmm.
And this is the Red Band miniseries, so if you've probably seen that before. Marvel has done that previously. It's essentially an explicit um content. Uh,
That's what,
something
hence,
to
that's why it's
expect.
polybagged.
Hence
Yeah, yeah,
polyback,
yeah, yeah.
polybacked.
Which is
So
perfect for
yeah,
this character, of course.
and I
And it's
do
just in
really
time,
like.
and just in time for, well, still a long way, but the next season of Daredevil Born again, which promises to bring back live action version of Jessica Jones.
Mhm. And I chose this cover because I thought it was.
Yeah.
I like the I just like her attitude. You can
Yeah.
see it here. It's
It's so simple, but
so,
it's still the cover. I mean, it's so simple, but it says so much about the character, which is great.
yeah, it does. And it just really drew me in. So I had to pick this
Yeah.
cover in particular.
And I was thinking it's a Red Band comic, and instead of having her I think it would have been better if she had like flipping her finger, flipping people off, but
Hmm.
maybe they didn't want to go that far on the Red Band
Yes.
version of this comic. Maybe we'll do a something else in the inside with it. Anyways, sorry. Next up, A Quiet Place, Storm Warning #1. This is the variant C, foiled by David Johnson. This is written by Phil Hester and illustrated by both Phil Hester and Ryan Kelly. I have been waiting for this since it was announced. I'm really excited. I'm a huge fan of A Quiet Place, the movies, and that world. I really wanted a lot more, and we're getting more. This takes place obviously in the same world as the Quiet Place movies, but instead of being in upstate New York or in New York City, which was the setting for the last one, this one takes us to a small town called Pearl in Iowa that is close to the Mississippi River. That's why you see the Mississippi River there on the cover, and the creatures in the Quiet Place, they went to the cities first, but they, as we saw in the first movie, they do make it outside of the cities. And Pearl, Iowa, is a tiny island town um, on the Mississippi, and the mayor and the town folks, they believe that they are someone else's problem, but of course, there's something coming. They know, and not a spoiler, I guess it is a little bit if you haven't watched the second movie, but a little bit of a spoiler is that they're safe for now because they're in an island and the creatures cannot go underwater. So, but uh, this this is going to take a whole new cast, sort of like the last movie also had different characters from the main family from the first two movies, but also it's going to take you to a whole different place within the U.S. And different situations, but with the same creatures. So I can't wait to read this. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with this world. And IDW promises that this is just the beginning. That they could keep expanding this universe. Like I said, if you don't know the Quiet Place, you should check out where you've been. You should check out the movies, unless you are not a fan of horror, like some people I know around
Which I'm
here.
not a fan of horror, but I watched the first movie and I
Oh, you
really, really
did?
enjoyed it. Yes,
Oh,
yes,
there you
yes. I
go. So
really
you
do enjoy it. Although I need to watch the second one. But what I like about this
and the
cover
third.
is there's a third?
Yeah.
Wait, wait, you mentioned it, right?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah, I
last
didn't
one
know it
was
was the third
the
anyways.
yeah. We could talk
I'm
about
really,
that
clearly I'm really
of
behind.
video. Yeah.
But I like the cover how it has the sound wave
Yes.
behind the Mississippi River, which I think is a really cool way to portray that. So,
Yeah, and there's some other really cool covers on this issue too, so you should check those out as well. But this one really caught my eye for sure. Yeah, excellent.
all right, my pick is No Place issue 4. This is a cover done by Riley Rosmo. And in this we have the character Dorothy Gale, who has just shared a very sinking revelation about her hand in the Chicago's current crisis that is happening in the series. But no real time to reflect on that situation. There's this aquatic mutation that's gripping the city, and the Wicked Witch of the Deep rises for this final assault. So what you're seeing here in issue 4 is the penultimate issue. This is by Tim Seeley and Stefano Simone. And this is, of course, if you didn't guess already by Dorothy's name, it's an Oz-inspired, Lovecraftian laced dark fantasy adventure. And of course, I absolutely love this cover.
Yeah,
They're just flying into this door filled with all these creatures, and you can see like the monkeys here,
flying
right?
monkeys with their
Flying
forget the name of the
monkeys.
hat.
And
Yes,
then the like
the
emerald
fest.
green clothing that she's wearing as well. So
Yeah,
it's really cool imagery here.
yes, very nice. And next up is Star Wars Shadow of Maul #1. This is the Dan Panusha variant. You have the trade dress version on the left, and then you have a version variant 1 in 100 on the right. Another one that I'm extremely excited about. I've mentioned many times that I'm a Star Wars fan. I should also mention that this is written by Benjamin Percy and it is illustrated inside by Madibek Musabekov. Sorry if I mispronounced that. And it follows it's sort of a prequel. It's a sequel to where we last saw Darth Maul in the Clone Wars, the animated series, and then but it's also a prequel to the upcoming Darth Maul animated series that is coming out this year. They haven't really announced the exact date yet, but we know that it's coming. And we know from other movies and his own um, sort of underground empire. And speaking of empire, it is the stories while the empire, the galactic empire, is in power after the Clone Wars, but we get to see, you know, what happens in the underworld and with Maul. This story, it's the shadow of Maul because it does mention that Maul will be in this series, but it does mention that this story specifically is about a new character called Captain Brander Lawson, and he is android companion nicknamed Two Boots, and they're navigating this new lawless territory of uh, that is sort of the outer rim when the empire took over, and they have to face off against scheming crime bosses and other things. So, and Maul is in the background somewhere. Now let's talk about the cover. This cover, another book that had some amazing covers, and I was in between this one, and there's also Bjorn Barnes cover, which is just the face of Maul, but like cover with the cloak. It's amazing too. I mean, all the other ones are so great, but this one, I mean, it looks extremely cool. Just him being very badass with his double lightsaber, moon in the background, and sort of maybe the ruins of a city, and he's uh, just hanging out right there on this very perilous rock or something. Um, it just it really made me feel like this is what Darth Maul is. Very mysterious, but very cool at the same time. Um, and I love the logo. I gotta say, I absolutely love the logo. It still has the classic Star Wars with this classic font, but the shadow of Maul, it's very, very cool the way it looks. Yeah, another one that I'm extremely excited about. Yes.
Oop. Next up, this is the other half, issue one. I chose cover B. This is done by Igo Rodriguez. So this is opposites attract in a wholesome whodunit story. This is the creative team is Jim McCain and Joe. Jim McCain did work on Return of the Dapper Man, and Joe Isma, who is most known for Morning Glories. So in terms of the premise here, formerly a high society darling, we have Ethan, who he thinks basically the worst possible thing that he'll have to contend with over the holidays is the disapproval of his upper crust parents. But things go not to plan on his job protecting the priceless nobility diamond. And then more than just his feelings are put in jeopardy in this scenario. So it is up to his husband, Henry, and they also have an adorable cat named Skippy to put
Mhm.
his PI skills to good use and clear Ethan's name. And so both men will have to step out of their comfort zone and put themselves in their husband's shoes to solve the case. So this essentially combines the charm of the Golden Age Hollywood with modern city living. It's both like a wholesome rom-com as well as like a really thrilling detective story. And I just thought this cover art looks really sweet with the two of them on the cover, so I just had to pick it.
Yes. Very cool. And next up, we have Usagi Jonjimbo Kaito 84 number one cover C by Jim Rugg. This is brand new Usagi Yojimbo in the 1980s, in 84, obviously, that's the title. It's a new character that is a descendant of the original. Uh, it's part of the bloodline of Miyamoto Usagi. Um, and he lives in Osaka, and he is a thief, cunning rabbit thief with a rebellious spirit. And he embodies his ancestors' legacy in a way the stoic samurai we know and love never could. So, and this is also, the story follows, this spear that has some powers, and there's the heist with it. But this also is the start of a brand new era for Usagi Yojimbo, bringing it into the 80s. It's a issue miniseries, and I love this cover by Jim Rugg. It is obviously those who from my age probably recognize the logo, which is not the same logo that I use for the other comics, but it's the Miami Vice logo basically. But also you have the clothes. The pose is a very 80s martial arts sort of poster pose. The car is also very 80s. So everything about this screams 80s. The sneakers are very 80s too. So I can't wait to read this. I can't wait to see what this new part of this world of Usagi Yojimbo um, and check out the other covers. This one, I love this one because of the all the references to the 80s sort of especially the Miami Vice logo. But also there's a Derek also did cover A, but there's also obviously a Stan Sakai cover. So cover B is by Stan Sakai. Can't wait for this. This is also very cool
Mhm.
and exciting.
And as the last piece of news for this week, we have an announcement for Young Hellboy Thrilling Sky Adventures. So this will be a four-issue miniseries. What you're looking that is at, well, you have one of the covers here, um, uh, that was revealed by Dark Horse. But this will star young Hellboy and his hero, Scarlet Santiago. And fans first met Scarlet in 2021, and that was in Young Hellboy: The Hidden Land. She helped Hellboy and Professor Burnholm navigate an island of mysterious monsters and vampires. So now she's getting her own comic book in a way with young Hellboy, who is still her number one fan. So in this comic adventure, we have Scarlet Santiago, who essentially made way too many enemies and has to keep a low profile on the streets. And to keep herself safe and defeat the bad guys who are after her, she teams up with this mysterious feline figure who has similar goals. So you'll have this new heroic duo going toe to toe to all the foes that you're definitely going to encounter in this series. And this will very much entertain Hellboy fans alike in this one. It's very much a tribute to the pulp adventure stories of the 1930s. And it really has a cool cover. It is
Yeah,
essentially a comic adventure in a comic, and you kind of see that
yeah.
yeah, I like under the covers
reading reading with a
reading
flashlight under the covers.
with a
I know.
flashlight. It is adorable. I love this cover so
I
much.
know.
So
And it just gives me a feel of those older like uh serials that were coming out probably in the 30s and 40s. And yeah, like anything from The Shadow and things like that. So I love the cover.
mhm.
And that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it and hope it was helpful to you. As I mentioned before, we're on all the social media channels like Instagram, Facebook, and X, and we'll leave some links in the description. We do more videos, not just FOC, but also monthly ones. So check us out and let us know what you like, what you're looking up forward to. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. Take care.
Bye
Bye.
everyone.